What would you tell the people that worry about, say, I have my mortgage and now I have to get a second mortgage, about paying it? I know you touched upon, budgeting and everything.
Absolutely.
And it makes people a little bit nervous, and I can see why, because
It
now
should.
you have an additional mortgage. How do you address those concerns to them?
Well, this comes down to understanding that basically, let me come a different route. In our lives, from the time we start working to the time we retire, and then from the time we retire to the time we go on to the next life, so to speak, right? There are basically three buckets that we work with. We have one bucket is our income, okay? The next bucket is our retirement income. Like, it could be your 401k, it could be self-directed IRAs, it could be investments like stock, things that you're growing for retiring, those types of things. And then you have the third bucket, which is your real estate bucket. Okay? You need a good balance. However, at different stages in our life, it's important to build different buckets. For example, you want to increase the amount of money you make over time. Okay, so for example, no matter what you do, we can always educate ourselves. We can always get more knowledge. We can always gain better skills. Those help us grow, be worth more to employers, or if we have our own business, we have more value we contribute, and that helps that income side grow. Well so to help you with the long answer to a short question, where are you spending your money? So you have a mortgage. You don't want to get into something so expensive that you're squeezing in. I get people all the time who are like, okay, they qualify for a $750,000 mortgage. Okay, but I can find the house that they want at $600,000. Most real estate brokers, and this is just our industry, I apologize, but this is our industry. Most of us are going to push them for that $750,000 house, right? We are. Is that in their best interest? Not really. Because I can get them everything they want at $6. Sure, I make more money at $750. But I think of people, how would I want to be treated?
Exactly.
So I look at my budgets, my things, and I start coaching and guiding my clients as best I can. I connect them with good financial planners, good tax and asset protection attorneys, all for very good pricing. Whole setup. I connect them with good mortgage people, good team. So they have this good team. So to answer your question, I'm looking at my income, right? I'm looking at my 401ks, my other investments. I'm looking at my real estate, and I want to grow this one. So now, if your budget's correct, you're going to have times when you own property when it's vacant. You're going to have time when you're going to have to put more money into the house. You just are.
Yeah.
People who rent homes notoriously are not, come on.
They don't take care of the house.
Not
as much, yeah.
And people say, well, they don't take care of it like it's their own. Well, actually, they kind of do take care of it like it's their own. Because if they own their own house, I'm pretty sure their own house would be in the same condition. It's just, people are just certain ways. That's where your property management comes in. That's where all that comes in. So there are headaches to this, but there are less headaches than most. So if let's just say that you buy a house for $500,000 and currently it's renting for $2,500, and maybe you're making $500 a month in positive cash flow. You did it right. You got a little income. That's $6,000 a year. Back to Nordstrom's. Where are you putting your money? Me, I'm putting it back into some type of vehicle to hold it. It might be, for example, an investment grade life insurance product where I can put that in there and it's got the investment side. This is the thing people don't realize about insurance, life insurance. Everyone thinks, I don't need life insurance. Well, you do, but regardless, insurance is a really great tool that can be redesigned to do just about anything. So if you want to build wealth, there is what they call Index Universal and some other products out there that I could take that $500 a month and keep putting into there, right? Because at any moment it grows in wealth. A lot of times I get stuff I've had for years now that gives me 10% per year. It's not a bad investment.
Not bad.
So I put my money in it. At any moment I can literally write a check against it. So if I need the money, I can pull it out. So now most of us, now Vanessa, being the real estate person, if you had an extra $500 a month, where would you be spending it? I know you're supposed to spend it. Where would you see what I'm saying? Look at her. She's smiling because she knows where she'd be spending it. Well, come on, my hair is okay.
No. I think I'm at a point in my life where I'm more conscious about where my money's going.
That's good.
Um,
That's what makes you a great broker.
yeah, start saving towards another down payment for next rental.
Yeah.
So
There you go. Down payment. It can go to many things. Where do you park it while you're doing it? Because if it parks in your pocket or your checking account, it tends to get
might
spent.
not be there that long.
Boy, it won't be around. Might not. It won't be gone. You put it in someplace, it's gone.
So where should we park it, Rodney?
You know, you can. That's a personal choice. That's where a good financial planning team. For example, like I said, my background, I have the insurance license and financial planning background. I think that real estate, financial planning, and mortgages are all part of the same
All goes together.
You know, and so I'm not just a real estate broker. You're not just a real estate broker. You know, you understand some other things. You're helping your clients grow their wealth. So the biggest thing that a person can have, that you can have, is a solid team member that's not just after the biggest commission they can get, but really is thinking long term. Vanessa's that type, and I've worked with her for a long time now, and I watch how she takes care of her clients. So you're looking for that type of team member if you're going to invest. You want to know that they're not just going to get excited about their commission.
Yeah.
I've got clients that have been buying from me since 1986. They're still buying from me. They still buy and sell through me, right?
Yeah.
And I've made them all kinds of money, and they just love it. If I call up and say, we're going to sell your house, they'll literally just put it on the market that day because we've always made money. And so a good team member like that. So let's go back to this question, because I can get kind of carried away on things. You've got that real estate side. You want to put that money away. It needs to go into maintenance. It needs to go into upkeep. Sure, it's nice to have it in your pocket, but there's a book. I would suggest everybody read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon.
The Richest Man
It's
in
a
Babylon.
tiny little book. It's written like the Arabian Nights stories.
Okay.
And it's all about what they call the laws of gold. And so most of us get our gold and we spend it. If you're smart, you take a chunk of your gold and you invest it. And so then it creates, as they say, silver children. You know, the interest, what you make is called silver. It's not as much as the gold, but you know, it's still something, right? Most people spend the silver. No, invest the silver. And the silver makes brass children.
Okay.
Spend the brass. Don't spend the gold, don't spend the silver. You want to be 2 levels down in wealth before you start spending additional money.